guys, if you ever lived in suburbia, you're probably aware of this scene. Some guy has a car and he's got his hood up. And at least years ago, when there was higher social trust, it would draw a bunch of guys in the neighborhood like, hey, what's going on? Can I help? What are you working on? Everyone wants to know that, at least guys. You get together and you want to take a look what's going on under the hood. That's how the United States is when there's a war going on in the world, anywhere in the world. We're like, hey, stop that. What's going on? How come we're not involved? How can we get involved in this? Because if there's a war, we want to get involved. That's just our core value. It's like Ukraine, Vietnam, you name it, we want to be in the war. And it looks like a war is popping off between Pakistan and India. They both threaten nuclear war. And let's all pray that hotter heads prevail. Please, Lord, let them, the hot heads, the radicals have their way. I think that will be a win. Sadly, that probably won't happen. So a lot of you are probably wondering, well, what the hell is this war? And who should we be backing? Who are the good guys in this war? Because as Americans, we always have good guys and bad guys. There's never in between. All right. It's a little bit of a background, the cause of the war. On one side, you have Team Pakistan. Yeah, they are Muslims. Allah Akbar, the religion of peace. Whoop, behead, all that. Yeah, that's Pakistan, a messed up third world country. Okay, that's Muslim. On the other side, you have India, the land of the call center scammers. Yeah, I think we're all familiar with them. So these are the two people that are fighting each other. So I know on the surface, it's like, who do we root for exactly? Maybe we should egg them both on. But this is the situation. And what they're fighting over is this territory called Kashmir. And when they divided Pakistan from India, because they both used to be under British control, they had issues because the Indians are Hindus and they don't like Pakistanis who are Muslims, right? That makes sense. And so the Brits like, well, let's just split this up. You Muslims, you can live over here in Pakistan, and you Hindus, you can do your Hindu stuff in India. And that kind of worked, but there's this one region on the border called Kashmir, which is part controlled by Pakistan, part by India, but most of the people there are Muslim. The majority of people there are Muslim. And so there's some of the Muslims are being controlled by India, the Hindus, and that gets the Muslims there upset. It doesn't take much to get these people upset. They're always upset, but that gets them upset about that. So there's been a long-standing conflict because India claims it's their territory, whereas Pakistan says, no, you may control it, but these are our people. It's very similar to what's happening in Ukraine. In the eastern Ukraine, the Russians, they consider that their territory because the people that live there are ethnically Russians, at least a majority. In fact, the people there voted to become part of Russia, but Ukraine's like, no, you can't leave us. That's our country. So it's a very similar situation. I would say most wars are because of this issue, the issue of self-determination. People don't like to be controlled by a foreign power. Well, except us, the United States. We love being controlled by Israel, but usually people don't like being controlled by an outside country. So it creates tensions. And that's the problem here. And so last month in April, there were some Allah Akbar terrorists that killed a bunch of Hindus at somewhere in Kashmir at some tourist place, and they targeted the Hindus. And obviously that escalated tensions because India blamed Pakistan, and Pakistan, they did the, hey, we did do nothing. We didn't do nothing. We don't know what's going on. That was their thing. We have no idea. That wasn't us. Who knew? Who knew? And India say, don't you lie. You lie. You provided support for these terrorists. So that's really the cause, right? So just today, India struck Pakistan in retaliation, whereas Pakistan's outraged, saying we had nothing to do with this terrorist attack. And by the way, these people don't want to be part of India, so maybe you should work on that. So that's the situation there. And they're both threatening nuclear war, which, we'll see. We'll see that that could be good for, live streaming super chats, but I doubt that will happen. But we can always hope. So that's the situation right now. Now, how this involves the United States, because again, we got to get our nose in every war. It's like, okay, hey, wait, you can't have a war. We got to get into this somehow. And basically, how this is panning out is China supports Pakistan. They send them a lot of weapons, and we sort of support India. We don't so much send weapons to India, but we do got deals with Indians. Obviously, we ship all our programming off to India and call centers, so we have a closer tie to India. And so could be a proxy war between the United States and China, just like we're in a proxy war right now in Ukraine. The war between Ukraine and Russia is really a war between the United States and Russia. We're using the Ukrainians as pawns. So this could be a similar situation where the Chinese are using the Pakistanis and the United States is de facto using the Indians. But the good thing about this administration, with people like J.D. Vance and Stephen Miller and other people that aren't neocons, I think they will hold back Trump, hopefully, from jumping into this war if there is a war. I don't know if there'll be a full-scale war. I kind of doubt it. There's just, although India did attack, we'll have to see if Pakistan retaliates. So this is a war where I usually say in a war, there's no winners. In this war, if they had a big war, there'd be no losers. It'd be like, go for it, go for it. As long as we stay out of it, right? But the danger is somehow we'll get suckered into this war because, we got to stand up for India to protect them against Pakistan, who they're just puppets of the Chinese, and China wants to take over the world. You know that whole thing. So this could get interesting. This could be interesting. We'll have to watch this. So we'll see. Talk to you guys later.